about.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna look right like that.
Yeah. Man, what's all this working out we been doing? You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to get it in, man.
Okay.
Been trying to get it in. They say 53 is the new 43. So I'm 43 years old today.
Green, listen, man, I'm tired of that new stuff.
Huh?
Because every time we go up, 63, they say 53 is the new 63.
Yeah.
They say when you hit 73, what's going to be the new?
You're going to be 63.
Come on, Green. We got to stop doing that, man.
10,
we got to stop doing that, man.
Subtract 10, man.
Okay.
Some of these people be 23 and they be adding 10. Some of them be looking 33. Shoot. At least we subtracting. Some people looking like they adding.
Well, you ain't lying, Green.
Boy.
You ain't lying.
I'm good with subtraction, baby.
You ain't lying, man. Hey, man, it's so good to see you, man.
On me, man.
It's good to see you, Green, man. We finally back, man. We had a long little break, man.
Yes, sir,
I was kind of getting anxious to get on back in the shop, man.
Yes, sir, man. We here, season 10. I can't believe we did 10 seasons, man.
Yeah, man. We gotta have another drink soon.
Yeah. What kind of drink you talking about, real?
That drink that burn.
No, I'm not getting that. No.
Yeah, you did it one time.
Yeah, well, it had me on fire.
Well, listen, man. TBT.
Truth, really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told, let's go.
Hey, check this out, man. I'm your host, man, Real Deal, and this is my co-host, the God Barber.
The God Barber, man.
And man, listen, we got a special one today, God Barber.
Boy, I couldn't wait, boy.
I got a special
wait for
one,
this
man.
one, boy.
I'm going to put my goggles back on because I'm running real fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the goggles back on.
I can't wait for this one, boy. Good gracious, boy.
Well, listen, man, let's go and get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got a special guest. I heard this guy's a husband and a father. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? He has set some records at his university. We're going to talk a little bit about that, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say what university yet, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for this one.
Collegiate star, NACAC champion, world track and field champion, 4x1 100 relay race, USA champion. Huh? He dressed like a champion. Younger brother of my homeboy, Breon. Huh?
Breon. You gonna say the last name?
No,
All right,
Breon.
All right, gonna say Breon. We're gonna say Breon.
Nice looking gentleman.
Okay.
He married, guys. He married, so just when we air, he married.
Yeah.
Don't even try him.
Yeah, boy, I'm gonna tell you, boy, these man-T kind of women, boy, they rough, boy.
Hey, man.
They'll jump on them.
Hey. Gold medalist. Only one I know. Manatee, Sarasota County. Mr. Brandon Carnes. Welcome to the show, baby.
Brandon in the house. Brandon in the house.
What's going on, baby?
Good, I'm good.
Hey, real, hold up. Make sure you say it again. Tell these women this boy married now.
Yeah, he married.
Yeah.
You know, he clean cut. He married. You know, so he looking sharp.
Yeah.
I'm almost dressed like him a little bit. You know, my pants kind of look like him. I'm trying to get there. You know.
I see you, real. I see you, boy. I see you, boy.
Brandon, what's going on, man? I heard you on this world tour, man. What's going on with you?
Yes,
Feel
sir.
good?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm blessed to be here, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm out here.
Man, listen. A couple weeks back, man, we had Curtis Johnson on the show.
Yes, sir.
And man, that was a pleasure getting to know kind of his history and kind of how he came from just being a little kid to high school to college, and he ended up, you know, being a professional track star. And I saw a comment you made on the post, and shortly after that, dang, we got a gold medalist.
Yes, sir, man.
Did you see that coming?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did. I mean, Yeah, I saw it coming. I just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw the podcast, I was like, yeah, we gotta do something. You know,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
saw some people comment, put
Yeah.
my name out there.
Yeah,
somebody, I was just about to
absolutely.
say, somebody
And,
say, don't forget Brandon Carnes.
Yeah. No, shout out
Okay.
to Curtis Johnson. You know, he definitely an inspiration to me for sure.
Mhm.
And you know, his pops, rest in peace. Good man. He coached me for a short period of time my senior year actually, before I went to college.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
I got to work with the great Curtis
Okay.
Johnson Senior.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I did not know that. You know?
I'm shocked. Curtis didn't tell that, but he.
No, he didn't tell us that. You know?
But see, Curtis might have already thought we was gonna get you anyway.
Probably.
He probably want to spill the beans, man.
That's true.
But here's the deal, though, Brandon. It's so funny because I don't heard this saying that you're a little bit under the radar, right? You kind of came out the blue, like, dang, where did this guy kind of come from? But let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's at least go back to high school. You went to what school in high school you went to?
Manatee High School.
Oh, you went to Seminole?
Nah.
Man,
that boy
Green.
He said
If I would have known he went to Seminole,
I mean, he's sitting there with
this.
2 Southeast Seminoles.
Hey,
Good
y'all.
God.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I stayed down the streets in Southeast, but nah, I couldn't go there.
You could go there?
Go there.
Yeah, if I would have went there, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at.
Okay. All right. All right.
Well,
Fair
I
enough.
ain't gonna argue about
Fair
that,
enough.
man.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How
I'm
about that,
gonna let you have that one.
But we gotta let him have that one.
Yeah,
boy.
we gotta let you have that
God, please, boy.
one. So when did you start kind of running track?
So I started my freshman year in high school. Obviously, I grew up playing football all my life, and obviously the NFL was a dream, and
Yeah.
but like I wanted to run track so bad because like I was just a competitor at heart, racing people all the time, and I just wanted to get a taste of that,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to do that when I got to Manatee.
Okay. So at what point did you realize that you had some decent speed?
I say my sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
My sophomore year, I ran 1070. And in that race, shout out to bro, Marquise Green was in there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we raced, and I ended up getting them that day.
Okay.
And I think that's when, like, it just blew up.
Okay.
That's when it blew up around the city, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember, like, I got, like, a little letter from college, and that's kind of how I knew. I was like, all right, I probably can do something with it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when I knew.
So Marquise Green, he was the fastest, known to be the fastest during that time.
I mean, it seemed like everybody knew Marquise
Yeah.
to be fast, but I guess when we went head to head and I beat him, that's when
What?
people took notice of.
Y'all was in the
oh,
same grade. He was
Nah,
older.
he was older, but we
Oh,
raced
okay.
at I think districts or regionals in Charlotte, and I ended up beating him, and we ran fast, and I ran a good time, but that's when people just was like, who beat Marquise? And my name, obviously I came up, so that's when everybody took notice, and then that's when I was like, that's when
Yeah.
everything started, and then that's when going forward I took over as far as, at Manatee.
What?
Well, listen, man. All due respect to my boy Marquise. Did you beat him or did you beat him?
I beat him. I didn't leave him now. It was a good close race, but I
Okay.
beat him.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
time I went 1070 and he went 1083.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a good race. And I think that's when really the city took notice.
So Brent, you mean to tell me you ain't started running until you got to high school?
Mhm.
Okay, you play little league football, right?
Yep. I
Was you
played.
the fastest on your little league team?
Yeah. I played for obviously at PAL, Jaguars, and I think I took a year or two off, came back, started at PAL, got with the Broncos,
Mm-hmm.
and under Coach Yancey.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
So you was already fast. Now you was fast.
I was fast.
You just wasn't known.
Yeah.
Under the
I
radar.
was just
Under the radar.
I'ma tell you.
that's Breon's little brother.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
If
I'm glad
was
you said that.
In little league real, if you the fast on your little league team, he was known now amongst his peers now.
Right.
Them boys he played with knew he was fast.
Yeah,
Right.
they knew
Yeah.
I was fast.
It's
But
just
like
the spotlight didn't get on until you got to Manatee.
until I ran track. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me, because you just said something. I want to kind of get on that real quick. You said, they kind of knew me as Breon's little brother.
Mhm.
Like, how, it's so funny because sometimes when your older siblings are going through high school and they're stars, right? They're big. They scholarship, University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they beat #1 team in the nation that year with Ace and all. I mean, yeah.
So how does that feel just to be up under? In this case, he had to shine.
Yeah, he did.
So you was in the shadow, in a sense. How does that feel though?
I mean, it is what it is. I couldn't control. Now I can only control what I can control. But like, my drive and motivation obviously was to be like that in a sense. I would say, yeah, he definitely set the blueprint. Mm-hmm. But I just always want to make a name for myself.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget my freshman year, because my freshman year was Breon's senior year. And that was our only year in high school together. And I started JV as a freshman. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping to get moved up to varsity so we could play on the same team, because that has never happened.
Right, right.
But obviously that didn't happen. Canan or whoever, they didn't bring me up, right?
Right.
Even though I know I should have, but it is what it is. But I'll never forget when I didn't. I was hurt, low key. I was like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? There was my only opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And I remember Coach Goulash, shout out to Steve Goulash. He was like, man, don't worry about it. Like, take that right there, that feeling right there, and bring it to the track.
Right.
I vividly remember that, and that's just what it was. And Breon introduced me to Coach Smith, and I went out there day 2 of early training, and that's where everything started.
That's what's up, man.
What was this you played in football?
Receiving.
You played receiving. That man didn't move you up, and your brother was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Man, Coach Canan, you need to be ashamed of yourself, man. Man, I ain't scared of Coach Canan, but I want to
Don't start today, man. You always on the coaches, man. I know you're not,
man,
bro.
need to be ashamed of yourself, man. I ain't know his brother quarterback. That man played receiver.
Go ahead.
He ain't moved him up.
Go ahead and give him a
You
talk.
probably was faster than anybody on varsity at that time. Weren't you the fastest?
I would say, yeah. They know that. Ace and all them, Blakehead,
Coach Canan, you need to be ashamed of
all
yourself.
They know that. I like how you say they know that.
Man,
Ace
know.
know that.
I was just a freshman, so I feel like I was still overlooked, which is fine. But, but my freshman year that year in spring ball, when we ran the 40s, I ran the fastest 40 time.
Gotcha.
Man, that man ain't moving up to varsity real.
Hey, man.
You know that man brother was a quarterback.
It is what it is, Green. Guess what?
If I was Breon, I'd have said, man, don't snap the ball to me until my brother comes up.
So your brother, of course, he went to the University of Nebraska, and, I heard all the stories about kind of how his recruiting trail went and the way he was supposed to go or thought he was supposed to go over here. You had a different path in a sense. Mm-hmm. All right. You end up going to
Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa. Okay, so if you and I, right?
Yeah,
you and
I.
So
purple and gold, ain't what y'all purple and gold?
So that's that. I want to start kind of right there, right? When did you ever hear about University of Northern Iowa?
Now, until Breon mentioned it when he was transferring there from Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first heard about it.
That's when it and see, that's what I wanted to kind of get at, because I've read something and I wasn't quite sure if your brother attended University of Northern Iowa. Mm-hmm. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he did go there.
Yeah, he transferred there from Nebraska, and on his visit there, I guess he must have ran to the track coaches, and he just probably said, "Hey, I got a brother that run track," and they just looked me up, and then my times was like my times out of high school would have won their conference in a 1 and 2.
Gotcha.
And they was like, "Let's try." Mm-hmm. Maybe we can get him because his brother coming here,
right?
Yeah.
And that was probably that was the best thing that ever happened to him, honestly.
What in the other colleges was looking at you for
so
track?
like if you and I wasn't in the picture, like I had like Eastern Tennessee State, Tulsa, USF looked at me, but I didn't want to stay that close to home. Alabama.
Oh, okay.
But they offered me half, and I couldn't do that. Mm-hmm.
So
University of North Carolina, but I
okay.
couldn't get in that school. I mean,
So
yeah.
with track, do they offer full scholarships in
Mhm.
track too?
Yeah, they offer
Oh,
full
okay.
scholarships.
That's something I never knew.
Yeah.
You know about football and basketball, but I didn't know that.
They offer
Okay.
full scholarships. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what if you had a dream school to go to? Like when you was being recruited and you
Yeah.
was heavy in the track. Like what school was that you kind of you really kind of if I had to go to this school, what program would you have went to?
At first, like I really want to go to Oregon and run track,
Mm-hmm.
just because like, you know, the history out there.
Yeah.
That's Track Town USA, this and that. So out of high school, and I like the football team because if I would have went to Oregon, I would have played football there. Like I would have had to,
Right.
you know. But yeah, I would say Oregon. Obviously, like other schools who had good track histories, like Clemson, Alabama, like Texas A&M.
Right.
I mean, yeah, some of the Texas schools, but like you said, I was under the radar, even though I was still one of the fastest guys in the state.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just, yeah.
Man, it's so crazy because when you got there, you immediately were recognized as one of the fastest people in the conference.
Hmm.
Your times and what you were doing as a freshman and sophomore was amazing. Your coach, it was Coach Paul, Coach
From college or
yeah,
high school?
college. What's your coach? Head coach
the
name?
recruiter was Coach Dan Steele.
What's your track coach?
Yeah, Coach Dan Steele.
Dan
That's
Steele.
who recruited me.
Okay.
He was my coach, and Coach Bertoli
Okay.
coached me my freshman, sophomore year, and junior year. And then my coach, who came there my senior year, is Ibrahim Kabia, and that's who currently coaches me now. As a
Okay.
pro.
Okay.
So yeah, but I would say obviously like I had success my first 3 years, but it still wasn't what I wanted as far as my goals and stuff. And my senior year when Coach Cabby got there, it was like I went up.
Well, how did that happen? I mean, was it something that he brought differently to your training?
Well, he was an actual sprint coach.
Oh.
The first 3 years, like they wasn't true sprinters in their time, or you know what I'm saying, they just was coaching the position, but like he was my first coach, he was really a true multis coach, you know what I'm saying? But I
Okay.
didn't have an actual true sprinter coach.
Got you.
So when
Gotcha.
he came in, that's just what I needed, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And then
yeah.
like, you know, like all the other stuff I needed. Like my senior year, I mean, every time I stepped on the track, it was a win, and I was like number 2 in the country.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Goodness,
saying? Behind my fellow teammate Christian Coleman.
So
Wow.
Kristen.
That's why I won the relay.
Yeah,
leg.
that's
Yeah,
he was
I
our first
I
leg.
know. I heard that name.
Yeah, he was the first leg.
But let me ask you something, Brandon. Let me ask you something. You know how I know in football,
Mhm.
you know, we in high school, and they be trying to prepare you for college, for us like getting in shape.
Mhm.
You know, like high school coaches say, "Hey man, you might need to run 5 laps, man.
Yeah.
So when you go to college, you be in shape." When you translated from Manatee High School, you know, working out
Yeah.
in high school, working out track, however you was training.
Yeah,
Was it a complete change of training when you got to college?
absolutely.
So what you did in high school didn't really matter, like for like training.
I mean, it did in a sense. It just college was just another ball game.
Mhm.
I mean, it was just like, I don't know. It like, because obviously high school. I mean, I've said it went, a time ago, but like I don't really remember the workouts like that. I do. Like I just know in high school we had fast day and long day, right? So like the fast day we'd do short, quick stuff, acceleration, and long days we do like longer stuff.
Mhm.
But like in college, I mean, fall training is different. Cause high school, I mean, we run from what I want to say January, February to like, a good month or a month and a half or whatever. No, college, we gearing up for indoor and outdoor. Those two completely different seasons, but it all like match up. So
So the kind of training you did in high school didn't really prepare you for what you was about to get into in college.
I mean, as far as I say yeah, it prepared me for what I had to go to, but going into, but it was just like
Different.
Yeah, it's just
Different
different.
training.
You just gotta adjust, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like one of my old weightlifting coaches said, you know, winners always adjust. So,
Mm.
you know, that's just what it was. I mean, it was just like on a video game, next level is gonna be a little more trickier, difficult. You just gotta figure it out.
Right.
So when you got on campus, did you like the campus? Oh, all right, I know you say school like North Carolina, Alabama, and all them wanted you. Did you visit those schools?
I didn't. Cause like me and my mom, we didn't even bother visiting Alabama, cause it was like, what's the point?
So only school you visit was
I visited USF,
USF.
cause I was down the street, and I enjoyed that one. But like I said, I was like, it's just too close to home. You know, I think it'd be distractions for me.
Right.
Okay.
And out of high school, I had one goal in mind. That was always to turn pro and do what I wanted to do. We was about to visit Tulsa, but when I took my visit to UNI, it was just kind of like, dang, like I like,
You
like
like
that.
it?
Yeah,
Like that.
I like
Okay.
that.
That's
That was
what's
so
up.
crazy or real. When I'm glad we having this conversation again about track
Mm-hmm.
in Manatee County. 'Cause all we hear in Manatee County is what? Football and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he wanted to be a football player first. That was your dream.
Yeah,
That was
the
your
love.
dream. But now if he was succeeding in football like he was in track, he wouldn't be unknown in Manatee County.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a point. Yeah.
This boy been running track for a long time.
Right.
And
Right.
it's wild for
Right.
him not to be for him to be unknown
Right.
until he won, you know, some
Yeah.
of the awards that he got.
Yeah.
You know, but
I feel like people still know I was
But-
running, but like
yeah, they know
but
you
this
run.
was,
but they don't talk about
I got
track
you.
stars
Yeah.
in the barbershop.
Right.
I got you.
Football and basketball.
Yeah,
That's all they talk. That's all we hear.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
glad we got this conversation here, man. 'Cause,
Right.
you know, I like stuff like this.
yeah. No,
Well,
for sure.
so you ended up winning a couple indoor championship and outdoor championships, right?
In college.
Yeah, college.
So yeah.
What was those events?
So in college, I won 16 conference titles.
Wait.
16.
16
16
Man, you won 16.
conference.
conference titles. So
Wait. Conference. I mean,
Do
conference.
y'all get rings for conference titles too? Like,
certain schools do that, but I did get a ring because I was the first and only. I think maybe, I don't know if it has ever been done, but as far as that we know, I think I'm the only one who has done that at a D1 program. 16, basically to go undefeated, never lose against anybody in your conference, and it's 60 and a 200 indoors, and then a 1 and 2 outdoors.
so,
Man, pop your collar, Brandon, a little bit, man. Pop that
Brandon.
jump, man. Wait.
Hold on, I got to clap.
God,
Hold up, man. I know your picture is on somebody's wall on that campus. I
Yeah.
know your name is already getting inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
It's got to be.
They just waiting for me to be done.
And you tell them you want a statue with your face, man, like they do in the real Hall of Fame too,
Nah,
man.
for real, probably.
we did.
16.
16. Yeah, 16. Never lost.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
16,
That's crazy.
Brandon, man.
16.
I'm talking about, and then Brandon sitting up in this thing. He's sitting there like, it ain't like that's what he do.
Under the radar. That's what I'm talking about, man. It was like amazing. I was looking at this stuff like,
But the thing
dang.
is real. I don't know why people who do run track in Manatee County be under the radar, because all we did in the hood back in the day was race in the streets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was all about who the fastest in the hood.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody
So you would
played
think,
football, though.
Yeah.
but you know, even at the football practice,
Yeah.
cats gonna say, let's race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you fast, let's race.
That's racist.
Cats taking their shoes off on the asphalt.
Yeah.
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 So you would think if you the fastest around here, man, cats should be knowing.
Yeah. I got you.
Because
I'm with-
you racing in the hood.
Yeah.
But they gonna know today.
They gonna know the day.
They gonna know today.
They gonna know the day.
So 16.
16.
So you hold records there at the university right now?
Yeah.
That's what I
So
thought.
I still have the school records in the 60, then 1 and 2, 100 and 200. I did have the 200 indoor, but that got broke from another guy. Pretty good. He was a good dude. So I got a school record in the 60, the school record in the 100 and 200, and the conference record as well in the 1 and 2.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Boy, that's
Man.
boy.
So this,
good,
I
man.
wanted to go back a little bit. This sprint coach, because I want to give him some props.
Yeah, definitely.
Your sprint coach that came in that kind of took you from a place that you are and then escalated you even higher, right? Not only you, but kind of your teammate as well, right? Where did he come from? What's his background? I mean,
Well, first, can we go back to high school?
yeah,
If you don't mind?
let's go.
Yeah, like I say, Coach Smith. I would say I give props to him because he helped me start this journey. And like, I came in as a freshman. I ran 11. I think my first race was like 11.7. And I asked him what I got to work on to be on varsity. And he said like under 11.5. And then at the end of that, my freshman, I went 11.49. Right?
Now this is your high school coach.
My high school coach,
Coach
yeah,
Smith.
yeah.
At Manatee.
Yep.
Okay.
So I give all the props to him too, as far as for setting me up, because he took me from 11.7 to my senior to 10.49.
That's awesome, man.
What?
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
from like 23 something to 21.2.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
So
That's big, Coach
yeah,
Smith.
Yeah. So shout out to Coach Smith. And then when I got to college, like I said, like my coach who I'm with now, Ibrahim Kabia, his background his story could be a movie. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Truly inspiring. He from Africa, Sierra Leone.
Okay.
He came over when he was like maybe 10, 12 or something like that, and he grew up in Minnesota, and he went to University of Minnesota. He was like their GOAT, right?
Right.
At the university, he was a sprinter, and he a good, humble dude, man. I love him to death, cause he really helped change, like,
Right.
my career.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the coaches I had from him, obviously out of college, and then like all my pro coaches, because I had basically two other pro coaches.
Okay.
And I'm all thankful for them as well. I went to an Adidas coach at first, after when I left Cabot, because he got a job at Minnesota, and I had to leave to go to Adidas Group when I was signed with Adidas. And obviously that didn't work out, but I'm not going to say that, but he was a great coach.
Yeah.
But then I went to Coach Ford down at Baylor, who coached my other homeboy, Trayvon Bromell, out of St. Pete.
Okay.
Yeah, Coach Ford. Shout out to Coach Ford. He helped turn my career over to, helped me got my first like bronze indoor medal. And but then when COVID happened, that messed up a lot of things, and then I ended up making my way back to Ibrahim.
So
Dang, man,
so when you
big, boy.
when you end up, how old were you when you finished college?
21.
21. So after college, what did you do? Because at that point now, I'm assuming you have to run a lot of unattached, and you have to continue training. I know you volunteered at the University of Minnesota, correct? As a coach.
Yeah, I do that now. Yep.
You do that now.
You
Okay.
do that now?
I'm a volunteer coach. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I know, when we think about trike, and we talk about all his winnings, you had some failures as well,
A lot.
right?
Yeah.
You ran and you didn't finish where you wanted to finish, and I'm pretty sure you were aspiring to make the USA team. It didn't necessarily work out in the beginning for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I took a lot of L's to get where I'm at, man. Which it is what it is. That's a part of the journey.
Yeah.
You can't win every race, and sometimes you're not always in the best situations to help you be at your best. So, a lot of factors play a part. Obviously, 2017, when I graduated, I still had another semester of school, but as far as my eligibility, I turned pro. I signed with my agent, and I didn't sign with a shoe company at that time because I got injured, so
Okay.
I think that kind of played a part. But it is what it is. But then that next year, that's when I signed with Adidas,
Okay.
and I was with them for 2 years.
Okay.
And I was supposed to resign, but COVID happened, and everything just got shut down.
Gotcha.
It's amazing to me, for you to say that football was your first love.
Hmm.
Okay, so when did
I
you?
still love the game, man. So
Which one you love better, football or track?
I mean, I love track, man.
You love track?
It's peaceful when I'm on the track.
Yeah.
Because you hear people like they say like Allen Iverson and all them guys,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hall of Fame basketball player, but they say
They say
football.
better. They bet.
Yeah, football.
If I would have put like all that hard work and dedication, like how I did in track when I first got to it, and kept doing that in football, I feel like I still would have touched the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the percentage of people making the league is low, but I feel like I still would have touched it just because, I think my determination and I think my speed alone would have helped me get to it. I run a fast 40, and if I would have stayed in the game and just stayed crispy, I can run routes, I can catch. The hardest thing for me to do was to put weight on me like that.
Yeah,
That didn't come easy to me.
Right,
But
right.
if I would have gotten the right program, I could have did that.
Right.
But it just wasn't natural. Like Breon was already 6'1", 6'2", with size.
Right.
Obviously, I didn't get that.
Right.
So but that would have been it though. I mean, but now look at the league. You got all these receivers like 160 something.
Yeah. You do.
Your boy from
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, he
Yeah.
he ain't that big at all. That's some other receivers that's little now. So
But it's so unique, man, to me, that you stayed with it. That's
With
I know we got a whole podcast about this. I understand that. But I'm saying, when you started running track in high school and stayed with it,
yeah.
a lot of kids don't stay with it because track, that's a lot of training. That's a lot of running. That's a lot of running, man, And a lot of kids, don't be that dedicated, man.
Yeah.
You stay with it, man, because in track, like Real say, you took some losses.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you build up for a race, because I know you do a lot of training to get prepared for a race,
Yeah.
and then you feel like you prepared, and then you lose. That sometimes that'll make him like, hey man, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you to keep going, man, that's so unique to me.
Yeah.
So like I say, man, Brandon, I was waiting for this sit down with you, man. Boy, I'm proud of you, man. And man, that's good, man, that you're doing what you do, boy.
Absolutely.
And I hope a lot of these young kids in Manatee County who want to run track, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But they don't hear it, man.
Right.
They don't tell these kids to run track. Either you playing football or basketball. There's a lot of fast kids around here.
Yeah.
Now, everybody ain't gonna make it in football.
No.
I mean, everybody ain't gonna make it in track either now.
Yeah.
But give them another option.
And you have to be really elite, man. So
You have to
when
be,
you
man.
talk about track and field and making it to the levels that you've made it, you have to be really elite.
You gotta eat right.
So Brandon, I want to ask you about this. You ended up, just on the piggyback when you finished up college. You were running unattached. You signed with Adidas for a couple years. COVID hit. That sponsorship kind of went away a little bit. What was your mindset after that?
After COVID,
Mhm.
or during COVID, oh man, I mean, so 2019 year was probably my worst year on the track and stuff. I had plantar fascia. I didn't run fast. It was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I found Coach Ford. Was down the street. Went to Baylor. Got back to the training. Everything was perfect. Grinding, everything. Indoor season started. I opened up 6'5", and beat and win. Just was winning a lot of races. Went overseas, cleaned up, dropped my times more, and then went to USA's and got third, right?
Right.
Like behind a world record holder in the event and a 3-time U.S. champion, Marvin Bracey, Christian Coleman. You know, so like obviously I hate losing, but like if you're gonna lose to anybody, you lose
to
to
best.
a world record holder
Yeah,
and you know another 3-time U.S. champion in the event. So it is what it is. But that was kind of like my, for me, like a breaking point where it's like, okay, like dang, like I got third, or I got a little bronze medal, cool, whatever, and I just had to build off that.
Right.
And then training was going good, and you know, you heard about the COVID, everything just spiking up, and then I was gearing up for outdoor, and like that same week I was about to open up, and I just knew that was gonna be the year to make the Olympics.
Yeah.
Everything got shut down. That's when you heard everything got shut down. And then training at Baylor, you know, that's like a private school, so they rules was real strict out there. So we had to stay off the track for a while, and for us track athletes, the only thing we do know is just to stay fit, like, cause it was uncertain, like how long this gonna last, right?
Right.
So we was, you know, training on the course around the football field, and then like down a couple months later, like it was meets it was hosting with a whole bunch of rules, but we ain't run on no track. The speed was pretty much gone. We was fit, but we weren't like we didn't stay sharp like we could.
Right.
And that was just a bad year. And then most of the shoe companies, you know, like their factories over in China was messed up. So like a lot of money was kind of they had to pull back and hold money. So they won.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was crazy that year. And then we just had, you know, let it bypass, get ready for 2021, and that's when Olympics got postponed, 2021. So I'm gearing up for that, but a lot of things changed. Like, you know, like at Baylor, we was in the weight room with my weightlifting coach, but we couldn't go in there. We had to live somewhere else. Right. So as far as in the weight, everything on the track was still the same. We was able to get back on the track. All the track stuff was good, great, but it wasn't adding up with the weight room. So, and for me, my body type, like I need the weight room.
You need the weight room.
Yeah, I need the weight room.
Right.
And where I was in the weight room wasn't keeping up with what I was doing on the track.
Right. Yeah.
So like I opened up fast, but throughout the year I couldn't sustain that speed because the strength level wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I kept declining. And once I got the limit trials, I ran 80, and that's trash. And I opened up with 20.22.
What year was that?
That was 2021.
2021.
Yep. So like, yeah, I kept declining.
So 2080 considered slow?
Yeah. Heck yeah. For me, for a top sprinter, yes, that's slow.
2080 for me, boy.
Well,
I'm
Green.
a rocket, real. Brandon, so okay, when you was talking about training, like weight training, do y'all lift weights?
Yeah, man.
Sprinters, I mean, y'all don't be bench pressing. Y'all don't do all that kind of weightlifting.
Yeah. I mean, everybody do different stuff, but like, I mean, it was just like the Olympic lifts we do, like strength, the explosive, like how fast we move in certain weights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like we had a format, but when your weightlifting coach not in there, he not able to help guide you and stuff. So he keeping it safe, so I don't get hurt. But like, you know, like I just wasn't strong in the weight room that year. You know, because of that, you know, the COVID rules at that time still. And so, yeah.
So, Brandon, here's the thing, man, and this is an interesting story to me. You know, and I think back on the interview that we did with Curtis, and, you know, when they were doing the Olympic tryouts, and he actually came in, I believe it was second, I want to say. But he didn't make the relay team. And a big part of that reason what he shared with us was because he it was politics.
Yeah, politics, and he was with HSI I believe, and I don't think whoever the relay coach was, they didn't want. I don't think all HSI guys on the same relay. They was trying to switch it up or something like that, and he happened to not be on the team.
So regardless of how fast he is,
that's just how, I don't know. That's just what they did back then. I don't know. I mean.
Because you're not sponsored right now, right?
I'm not sponsored, no.
And that's what I was trying to get at.
Because
The
he was
fact-
saying something about that, wasn't he?
Yeah, and but so when I hear Curtis, and then I hear what you got accomplished, and you're not sponsored, but you're on a team, like, have times changed that much, or I mean,
Absolutely. I mean, back then, like how the system was, how USATF was as far as like, I mean, it was all different. Whoever was the coach, like it's all different now. And he got second, so yeah, he should have been on that relay. He should have got that gold medal, right?
Right.
They would have got
Yeah,
that gold
man.
medal, and it's very unfortunate, but me, I got fourth at my trials, right? So getting fourth, you're guaranteed at least a spot on a relay, and I was I mean, even that whole situation was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Curtis there, he got second behind Maurice,
Yeah.
and he should
And
have been on that.
Curtis was second, and he didn't make the team, and you was fourth.
No, Curtis made the team.
He made the team.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying,
he made it.
but he wasn't able to race.
Yeah, he ran in the 100 though in the
Yeah.
open, but they didn't put him on a relay,
He didn't put him on a relay.
which is wild to me. But yeah,
So you said your story is wild too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
God moved mountains for me.
well,
Yeah.
so how did God move mountains for you?
I mean, so obviously, I went into trials and battled for a spot on the team. So I was short from getting third. So me getting third, I would have got, I would have been able to compete in the 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that definitely would have been life changing.
Mm-hmm.
But I got fourth, so I'm like, okay, I got a spot on the relay. So, and then that was my first final I made at a U.S. championship. My highest place finish I ever placed at a U.S. final, and my first world team to make. So it was all those factors in it, and then so when I say God moved mountains, I say like what I was dealing with throughout this year. Like I had a freak accident at Indoors USA's in the prelim in the 60. I went up the bank and fell on my knee after winning that race, and I couldn't even bend my knee or stand at that time, but I was still able to get up. But I had a sprained PCL.
Wow.
So I didn't get an MRI until a couple weeks later, that's when I found out what it was. So it wasn't torn or nothing like that. So I thank God I didn't need surgery. It was just bruised real bad.
Right.
And like, the ligament like this, and it was like that.
Wow.
So
My
stretch.
goodness, boy.
Wow.
So trying to train on that was painful. I mean, rehab, ice every day. I mean, it took a while to get back right. So I still was training on it. I competed on it, and then I went overseas, ran like 3 races with that feeling, which was hard. So like and then like it was a turning point where pain went away, when I kept running, and I tied my PB. So I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, well, we good, kind of. Now I can keep building off that. And, and then going into trials, I was able to make it through the rounds, survive in advance. I got fourth. Okay, cool. And then went to relay camp. Unfortunately, one of my homeboys' teammates, whatever, he got hurt. And he was supposed to be on a third leg.
Wow.
So they already had the set team, right? Because
Mhm.
Fred Curley, he already had to buy. He was a reigning world champion from last year. So when you're the reigning world champion, you automatically go next year.
Got you.
So he didn't even run. But he was already on the team. So I got fourth. So
Ah,
really, I was
yeah.
like the first
Fifth.
alternate. Yeah.
First alternate, yeah.
So so they already had their 4, and it's
Wow.
no hiding about it, because that was gonna be the team. But unfortunately, my homeboy he got hurt, and he couldn't really go. He still ran, but as far as the relay, he couldn't run it.
Can't
And
run it.
when I got the worlds, they told me I was running third leg, and I didn't at relay camp. I didn't practice at third leg.
What
I practiced on the straightaway because I was supposed to
Gotcha.
run the last
Yeah.
leg in a prelim at first. So
Yeah.
they told me
that'd be a difference, Brandon. That'd be a difference. Like, okay, like we all run the track around that track.
hmm
The first leg be inside, right?
Yeah, first leg
That
was on the curve.
last leg be way.
Yeah, so you start first on the curve, straight, second leg, and then on the other curve, that's third, and then last leg is on the other straight.
So that last leg, that's the toughest leg though. Cause I be hearing people on TV, they be like, the third and fourth leg are the best lanes. Is that true?
Best. I mean, it just depends. Nah.
Yeah.
Like the second leg usually that's the like furthest you run on the back stretch, but
And you got to train different for each.
Nah, it's just
Oh, yeah?
you don't got to train
Okay.
different, but
Okay.
but regardless, like I didn't practice at it.
Right.
I didn't practice at third leg. I didn't start on the curve. I was starting on the straight.
Right.
Okay.
And,
Okay. Okay.
And I didn't practice with the people who I end up running it with at Worlds.
Oh.
So while we at Worlds, I'm practicing with Fred.
Oh, okay.
And then after the 1-2 and was over, Noah who ran last in that final, we did it the day of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you
We didn't
serious?
practice at all. We played it safe, gave him however many steps, and that's what happened. And then we ended up still winning
God,
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
the day of. No practice. But between me and him, we didn't practice.
Wow.
My goodness.
That
man.
was
so. Hey,
the
boy.
first time that y'all had a handoff
Yep,
that day.
that day.
Boy, that's crazy, boy.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
greatness right there, real.
Wow.
day.
That's impressive.
I mean, I was surrounded by greatness. All those guys won the 100 title. Coleman won 2019. Fred won last year. Noah won this year. And I think that was the first 4x1 team who had the 3 remaining world champions in the 100.
In the 100.
In the 100. And then you had me.
Hey, okay.
You know what I mean? So, and you had me.
Wait. Hold, we gonna say it again. Hold on, man.
That paramedic coming out on him right now, boy.
Hey, man, listen.
Told you, but that paramedic come.
Hey, so
That's why I said when God moved mountains,
You had me.
he moved mountains.
He moved
because,
mountains.
like, who would have thought like I'd be in a position like that? Like when you sit back and look at that, like that's history alone. And then you gotta think, we won it. The women won it right after us.
right.
The USA didn't do that. We haven't swept it like that back to back
2000.
since
My
2007.
Yeah, early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm like like I'm a part of history. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And that's just, and it's just like I said, like beginning of the season, how that was looking, I didn't think I was gonna finish how I did.
Man, that's
You know,
awesome,
man,
man.
I
That's
got
awesome,
one
man.
question that,
That's awesome.
A lot of kids in the shop, you want to
Mm-hmm.
know this question. A lot of high school kids, middle school kids.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 100 yards in high school and 100 meters in track? Is that a difference?
Well, we run 100 meters in high school.
Y'all want 100 meters in high school?
Yeah, 100 yards. I think that was just ran back then.
Yeah, that way high school we used to run 100 yards.
But I think meters is longer than the yard. So
Like how much longer? Like what? About 5 or 10 yards more?
Didn't they used to say something like the 110, something like
Yeah,
that?
something
Yeah.
like that.
It's different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
what?
The meters.
Nah, it's still 100 meters.
But say in high school, but y'all ran when you was at Manatee, you ran 100 meters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything was
But
meters.
see, when we was in school, all we heard was like 100 yard dash.
Yeah,
100 yard dash.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't know when it changed officially, but we ran 100 meters.
Okay, when you left Manatee, I know we going back a little. We're gonna go back up front, but
Yeah,
you say your sophomore year you ran a
10:70,
10:7. What you ran your senior year?
10:49.
Got to be more careful.
Yeah, that's
boy.
why he gave Coach Smith all the
And
credit.
then when you got to college, your fastest time in college was what?
I finished college running 10:06, and I went.
That's
I ran
10
9.
flat to me, man. That's
Yeah,
10
it's 10
flat.
10 flat, and I went 9:97 with 2.2 behind my back.
What you mean 2 points?
Win.
So like,
Win.
yeah. So
Win.
in a sport, like you got win legal and legal time. So like whatever anything over 2.0 is not it doesn't count for record. I mean it's a little too much win to help you. So I had 2.2 win at my back. So 0.2 basically, and I ran 9:97. Yeah, and but it don't count as like an actual record.
Yeah.
I mean, it still count like as far as what I ran that day and stuff like that, but it don't count. That's not my personal best. I can honestly say that's not my personal best. 10:01 is my personal best.
That's a 10 flat, man.
So
10:01
yeah.
real. Real, you ever ran a 10:01 real?
He said,
well,
yeah.
Real?
we gonna get back to Brandon real quick. So Brandon, so you win this gold medal.
Yep.
how has things changed for you? Like, what have you all of a sudden, with people? You know, I'm pretty sure you got tons of phone calls, but what has changed for you now?
I mean, a lot. You know, now my as far as my legacy now, um, um, where I am in the track world, you know, just definitely recognized now. You know, like I made history with, you know, Team USA. Let me see. I mean, it's hard to speak now because like things are still in motion.
Yeah.
Things are still happening.
Yeah.
Conversations are still happening.
Yeah.
Some stuff I can't talk about now, but it'll come out soon.
Okay.
But like, I would say it's changed a lot. You know what I mean? But you know, I think the story's still being written, and it's already written. It's just being
absolutely,
still developed.
absolutely. Because we got Paris coming up soon, huh?
Exactly. We got
Goodness,
Paris.
man.
But nah, I think this is just a stepping stone. Like
Yeah.
having that gold medal helped a lot. As far as like before, I wasn't in it. Like it's the whole thing with USATF when you be tiered. You know what I'm saying? You get resources, benefits from USATF. Now that I made the team medal, I got all the resources. I'm able to get grants that they give out.
Absolutely.
A little bit more funding.
Yeah.
You know, if I get injured or something, they'll fly me out to wherever to get worked on. All of that. You know what I'm saying? I got resources as far as the dietitian, nutritionist, and all that. So
Good, man.
So yeah, that's one thing I'm very grateful for because I didn't have that.
Right.
Since I came out.
Right.
And I think it's a blessing because like I would say me not having a deal right now and doing what I did, you know, like that alone is inspiring to others, you know, like you know, like I'm a living example as far as you can still make it without all that.
Yes,
without all that.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So like I definitely proved that point. You know?
That's a big
Man,
piece, man. That's
yeah.
a very huge piece. And we always talk about, you know, people taking, you know, different routes.
Yeah.
Right? People get you know, everybody don't go, you know, high school All-American, college All-American, first round pros. You know what I'm saying? That don't happen to a lot of people. But you do have those once in a lifetime stories where people don't went the back door way, and they don't made it and they shining.
Yeah,
Brandon, you shining, brother.
You shining,
you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell you this, Brandon.
I'm proud, man.
Hey, I'm illiterate to a whole lot of stuff in this world. Tell me, where the hell is Budapest? What is that? I said it right. Budapest. What is it?
Budapest.
Budapest. What is that?
It's in Hungary.
Is it who?
Hungary.
Hungary. Okay.
Yeah.
You way up in Hungary, man. What is it like over there?
It's different, man. I ain't been all over the world, man.
So I tell you what, man. Since I know where Budapest, I know where it's at now. What was your mind, man? I mean, when you got on that track, man, when them lights came on, you know Paramedic was watching.
I
Your
know,
mom,
yeah.
your family, everybody was watching, man. Was you nervous?
I'll lie and sit up here and say I wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I was nerves, but like, you know, some people would have broken that. I stayed relaxed. I belong there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just more nervous because, like, obviously, you know, we a team. You know, it's all four of us got to be on the same page.
Same page, man.
And something like that happened. Like, you know, it's different with football and basketball. You controlling the game in a sense, but like that, once that gun go off, that's it.
Ooh. When you heard that gun, pow, it was on then, wasn't it?
Man, look, like once you hear run a set, gun go out, boom, it's like for those 30-something seconds, you in a you just like you gotta lock in, like you know what I mean. It's crazy, and then you gotta just do everything right. So I'm watching. And I'm getting ready, and I'm seeing Fred come down, and it's like I gotta just take off when he hit my mark, boom. make sure I grab a baton in between the exchange zone.
Man, Brandon, I watched that thing from the beginning. Boy, I watched that thing, Brandon.
Man, that jump, it was
I'm
crazy.
talking about I watched it up until you, when you was handing that baton off to old boy with his Noel.
Yeah.
I thought you kind of fumbling that thing. I said, "Oh Lord, please get it to him."
How I got the baton was not the greatest.
Yeah.
I had grabbed it like, you know, how I got it was like I got the end of the stick. And I'm running, so I couldn't give it to Noah like that. That's not how you post. So before I came in, if you see, I ain't switch. I had to adjust it. I basically slid it up a little bit so he have something to grab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cause ain't no telling what would have happened if I tried. That would have been
Ooh, boy, I watched that thing.
So
That thing
I
was
had to
pissed, boy.
adjust it and just like and give it to him. And like I said, that was our first time doing a relay exchange, but
And you had to play it safe.
we had to
have
play
a safe exchange. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, he ain't looking behind me, so like obviously he was eager to get it, and you know he put his hand back. I would say a lot quicker than normal, but it is, you know, I just had to get it, and everything went smooth, like, you know, around that whole track as far as our exchanges or whatever. But I just knew I like had to like hit his hand. Once he grabbed it, then hey, he got it. He had to pull out my hand. Once he grabbed it, I knew we won, but I still was kind of pissed because if we would have had smooth handoffs, I think we definitely could have got the American record, but potentially came close to the world record.
So who is that track star that you look up to? You know, as basketball players look up to Michael Jordan. They look up to LeBron James. Who you looked up to? Who was your track star in your mind?
Man, that's tough. Not really, but I would say like obviously who changed the game, like, you know, like Usain Bolt, Tyson Gay, Johan Blake, Justin Gatlin, Maurice Green. But I would say who got me into track and where I remember seeing him, watching him in the 2000 Olympics. At the time, obviously, I didn't know who Curtis was when I was 5.
Okay.
But I seen Mo Green.
Okay.
Seen Maurice, you know, and that's Curtis' teammate at the time. But I'll never forget I saw Mo Green, and you know, cause I think he made the final. Curtis didn't make the final that year. But I remember seeing Maurice Green, and he always had that look. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen him race a couple times, and honestly, that's when I was like, I want to do that in a sense.
Yeah.
So I'll say that was when I first, and then obviously when growing up, I was looking up these times in high school who got the fastest time, and Curtis got the fastest time in Manatee County history recorded as far as, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. And then obviously I met his pops, and then that whole connection. And so yeah.
I wonder what Curtis' fastest time was in high school.
From what I saw, it was 10.29.
10-2-9.
Yeah. I ran 10.4. So
boy, y'all boys moving, boy.
Curtis was moving.
Oh yeah. Boy, you moving too, man.
I call myself a late bloomer though.
Yeah.
I call myself a late bloomer.
Yeah, you a late bloomer to the world, but you ain't no late bloomer in Manatee County, boy.
Yeah.
You a first bloomer.
He said,
Man, a late bloomer.
So Brandon, we got about 2 minutes left, man. Real quick. I want to just talk about, man, how proud you probably made your mom, man. How's your mom feel about your accomplishment?
Man, I mean, honestly, I don't know what her, you know, I'm sure she's happy, you know, excited. Like, honestly, it's like, you know, it's like, dang, that's my son. He did that, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, same with my dad, you know, and my family.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I was able to represent, you know,
that's awesome.
All my family, my wife, you know, my daughter. She'll see it when she get older. So
absolutely,
definitely, that's a blessing to have.
And speaking of representing, right now you wearing some of your own clothing line?
Yeah. So this is my logo, my brand, my merch. You know, 941 family. If you want to continue to support me, you know, I got the merch out there, and that you know, help me support my way to the Olympics next year.
And where can they support?
Well, I can have y'all post a link.
Okay.
Post a link on when y'all post a video or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all will put it on there.
All right, that's a bet.
Yeah.
You can definitely do that.
2X, man.
Well, he said support. He didn't say give away, Green.
I'm gonna buy it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get one. I'm saying, hey, Brandon. So they tight fit. I might need a 3, man. I don't want my gut to be showing, man.
I
I
mean-
want to look like a track star when I put that on, man.
I mean, I fit the size. I
All
wear
right.
medium. This is medium.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, yeah, I get an extra. You know,
Hey, man, I'm
if you wash a lot like that, like wash a lot. You know what I mean? In the cold, you know,
yeah.
just throw it on every day, whatever. And that snow up there.
Okay, well, I'm getting in shape anyway, man. I'm trying to get off these sweets, man. It's hard, boy.
Well, Brandon, man, listen, man, we had a wonderful time, man.
Yes, sir,
This was a blessing
Yes,
for
sir,
me
man.
just to
Yes,
hear your
sir.
story, man.
Thank y'all, man,
I've been,
for having me.
I remember the time we was out in the field, and that's really my first time meeting you. You was home, and you actually had on some of your gear from your school, and I was like, dang, and then that's when Breon kind of told me about you. I was like, okay, I got to be check them out. So just to see just how you kind of went from that point to where you are, man, it's amazing. I know you brought your gold medal in with you, man. We had an opportunity to kind of look at that.
Show
So,
real.
yeah.
You got to show the receipt.
Yeah, you got to show the receipt real quick, man. We got to.
showing receipts and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, let these people see this gold medal, man.
So listen, man,
man, y'all see
Brandon,
that? Man, that's receipts right there, baby.
Yes, sir.
Manatee County,
Man,
That's
see
a
County in the
first.
house, baby.
World champion.
world champion.
baby.
World champion.
Hey,
It's a blessing.
What?
It's an honor. You
hey,
know.
hey, Brandon. Here's the thing,
Mhm.
Green. What you say to tell the people all the time, man?
What about the truth?
Yes, sir.
Man, Brandon, that's what I always say, Brandon.
Yeah.
Everybody can talk, but everybody don't tell the truth.
Yeah.
Boy, you told the truth tonight. Boy, that gold medal right there.
Yeah.
Boy, that's the truth right there, boy. That's the truth right there.
That is the truth, baby. And just
God,
like
boy.
that, man. Just as quick as we came in, as quick as we going out.
Yes, sir.
Gold medalist, my homeboy Brandon Carnes.
Brandon
Oh
Carnes,
man,
baby.
Manatee
In the house,
County,
baby.
man.
In
Much
the
love
house,
to you,
baby.
brother. We wish you much success.
Gold
Thank
medal,
you.
All right,
baby.
we gotta go get that Olympic medal now.
Yeah.
That's right.
There we go.
That
Yeah,
is-
you gonna get
So
it.
TBT, man, we out, man. We had a
out.
great time. From the guard ball to the real deal to my homeboy Brandon Carnes. We out of here. Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon in the house.
Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy, let's go. You already know, truth be told, let's go.